Shalom, Israel. Back here in the day, I thank the Father for allowing me to be able to speak to y'all, my family. It's been some real times, troubling times going on in this world. But Israel, we got to stay strong and do this fight. I come to you today with this topic. This is the name of the message today, of the lesson. Kingdom teaching, the Father and the Son, word of life. I'll be blessed to be able to bring you this from the Father and the Son word and word of life. Men love the praise of man rather than the praise of the Father and the Son. Yes, man do. As we seen last few weeks with a June 10th thing and everything, man love to be praised by man. We all know holiday, which I call hella days, is nothing good for us. Why would you like to celebrate slavery? Why? My thing is, what the Father did to us, we deserve it, and I see why we deserve it. Because the way our ancestors was then and the way we are now, they served man, and we still serving man. I ain't talking about all of us, but I'm just saying it like that. So our people have a real hard time serving the Father. He left us a great book, one of the best books in the world. True story, real life book. That will give you everlasting life with him or everlasting life in hell with the devil. So I think a lot of our people want the everlasting life with the devil instead of with the Father and Son. So, by me saying that, I'm going to get into this lesson. But before I get into this, I want to say one more other thing. Even for some of the people in the truth, they still think they can dibble and dabble with the world. That's not going to work out. The Father told you that in 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 16. He told you that you can't have no partake in this world. Actually, at verse 15, he told you that. Get time, read it, and understand it. So, praying that the Father will give you wisdom not to understand that verse. So, we're going to move on, because a lot of people, they argue about names. You don't say this, you don't say that. But as I referred earlier to Deuteronomy 28 and 64, if I ain't mistaken, what the Father said. The Father said, you will be doing what they do in their captivity. That means this system you learned was in your captivity. That's why the Father gave you this book to learn his system. It's the best system. It's going to give you everlasting life in the kingdom. You're going to go through one of them 12 gates if you follow his system. But if you follow man's system, you got one place you're going to get thrown off to. You get thrown off in that ditch, and that ditch is hell, the pit that you won't get back out of. But let me get this lesson started, though. Enough of me talking about those things. Let's get off into the lesson. Man love the praise of the man, rather the praise of the Father and the Son. Started off with John 12 and 43. For they love the praise of man more than the praise of God. Just look at this world today. Satan control man. Satan control man. Look at your jobs you go on every day. Look at your TV every day. Look at your bank account every day. Just look. Like the Father said, this world was given to the wicked. The wicked is this wicked man. And we know who run the wicked man is Satan. So, people can stay out their feelings. I care less about their opinions. Because this is what the book say. Not what I'm saying, what the book say. So, we gonna carry on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that verse. They gonna come out, I think, John 12 and 31, if I'm not mistaken. But we shall see in a few seconds, and that's it. John 12 and 31. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be casted out. And we know who the prince of this world is. That's Satan himself. So, all these big houses and nice cars people sold out for, can't do you no good when you're in that lake of fire. Can't do you no good. All your doctorate degree, master degree, making $35 an hour on a job, and all them man-made things can't do nothing for you when you're in the pit of hell with Satan. Your God, not the Father or the Son, but your God, Satan. You love his things. So we're going to carry on. We'll be coming out of Mark chapter 7 today for a little while. So everybody get a chance, go to Mark chapter 7. That's where we'll be coming out today. With this topic, we'll be coming out plenty of other topics with this same topic, out of other chapters, So I'm gonna start this on Mark chapter 7. When I get to it, I'm gonna get it started. First thing we're gonna talk about. So what defile a man? What defiled a man? We're about to read this and find out what defiled a man. But as go right back with the topic of this situation, man. Love, praise a man rather than the Father and the Son. So we're gonna get to it. Verse 2. Mark chapter 7, verse 2. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands, they found fault. They found fault. Let's keep going. For the Pharisees and all the Jews expect they wash their hands off, eat not, holding traditions of the elders. I'm going to stop right there for a minute. Traditions of the elders. Who are elders? They man, ain't it? They're a man. So, once again, son, just showing them how not to follow man, follow his word. And we're going to carry on with the situation. Verse 4. And when they come from the market, expect they wash, they eat not, and many other things there be which they have received to hold as the washing of cups and pots and brass vessels, and of table. You see how they, it's something. They want you to wash your hands. But look what they do to us. All they do is lie to us. So by lying to us, we tell them the same lies. And so as you see how lies get passed down through generation after generation. And so when the Father give you remembrance and wake you up and pull you up out of this hellhole to draft you into his kingdom, hopefully that you get drafted in the kingdom, but he also just pull you out of this world to give you a better knowledgeable understanding of his world and his word. Because this world is not his, but the world to come is. So we're going to skip over to the next page, stay in the same chapter, verses 18 through 23. Well, actually, we're going to go back Verse 18. And he said unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whosoever things from without enter into the man, it cannot defile him? Verse 19. Because it entered not into his heart, but into the belly, and goes out into the draw, purging all meats. So like this digestive system we got, it purge out all the filth and stuff, you know. You have to take what they call a number 2, you know what I'm saying. But we have to understand that food go through the mouth, through the stomach, and through the other situations. But the food don't go to your mind. Only food go to your mind is this word. This the best food you can get to go to your mind, which is your heart. So we gonna carry on. Verse 20, and he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defile the man. They come out the man, defile the man. From within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thought, adultery, fornication, murder. We see it every day. So we know that will be in a man's mind, which is hard. Verse 22. Death, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. We see that all the time with our people, especially our people. I only can talk about our people because that's what I'm here for. Our people the lost sheep, no one else. If other people want to get drafted into, want to listen, they can listen, but this is for our people. So let's move on to verse 23. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. That defile a man. So now you see what things defile a man, and all those things are sins. You sin against the Father when you do those things right there. He told you that. Matter of fact, let me just go to that verse. I tried my best not to go to it, but I just got to go to it. Let's go to 1 John right quick in chapter 2. I'm trying to fight it, but you know, sometimes you just got to go and go to it. You can't even avoid it. So that's what it's about right now. So just to go back what we just read in them last verses 18 through 23, we are here 1 John chapter 2 verse 15 and 16. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Verse 16, for all that is in the world, lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of this world. So let's go back again. Let's go back to Mark 7 in verse 22. As you see the last thing he said, pride, foolishness. Like the Father said, his word cannot lie. And his word do not lie. But to go along with that, we're going to go to Matthew 15. Let's go to Matthew first. Let's go to Matthew 15. And it's going to get interesting right here. So, this go right along with Mark 7. So let's get into it. Matthew 15. We're starting at verse 2 through 20. Why do the disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. I'm going to keep going. I hope y'all understand this as I read, as I go. Y'all read, take down notes, and get a better understanding after. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? See, the Father always gonna give you the answer you looking for. As you see what the Son just said. They want us to keep their traditions and laws and statutes and commandments, but they can't keep the Father law, statutes, and commandments. His feast days always better than man's days, because every day that a man made was a bunch of killing, essentially killing our people. So our people still love to go out there and celebrate them things with the wicked. Just like the Father say, he gonna kill them because they being wicked with the wicked. So let's just carry on. For God commanded, saying, honor their father and their mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. Verse 5. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, but whosoever thou mightest be profaned by me, prophetic by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandments of God of none effect by your traditions. You see how they do? They tell you don't keep the commandments and do none of that. You see how they just say, okay, we don't care about what the Father and the Son say. We're going to do what we say. Y'all do what we say. So we don't carry on. Ye hypocrites. Well, did Isaiah the prophet of you saying? Verse 8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Verse 9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of man. Woo! Don't you see them Sunday pastors doing that? We even giving it now in the Sabbath people, Sabbath churches, the camps. Not all camps, but some. Not all Sabbath churches, but some. Not all Sabbath teachers, but some. We got to get out of tradition of man and teach the book the way the book is wrote. What the book says was count. Not what our opinion, not what we think. It's what the book say. Our people love the commandments of man instead of the commandments of the Father and the Son. So we're going to carry on. And he called, verse 10, and he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understanding. Not that which goeth into the mouth defile a man, but that which come out of the mouth, this defile a man. Because what come out your mouth? We're going to stop at verse 11 real quick. What come out your mouth? It come out your heart, which is your head, which is your mind, which is your heart, which is your head, is your mind. And it trickle down through these vocal cords, come out the mouth. That defile you. We done heard men defiling their wives. We done heard wives defiling their husbands. We done heard men defiling women. Women defiling men. We see it every day. We hear it every day. But that's what the Father said. Your fiery tongue and filthy mind with images in it, that would defile you. Something we have to work on, Israel, all of us. So let's go on. Let's go on. Keep going. Verse 12. Then come his disciple and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying. It tripped you out about these Pharisees. They something serious. If you say something they don't like or something right, oh, they against you. Look at the people today. It's the same way. Family members, immediate family members, supposed to be friends that you can't be of the word, so you gotta let them friends go anyway. So think about it. Your job, you don't go along with something, they try to get you up out of there. So that's why it's always pays. You go to your job, do your job. Hey, how you doing? Keep getting on up. Your business is not their business, and their business is not your business. If the Father moves you to talk to someone about the word, go ahead and do that. But other than that, stay separate from these people because they're not your friends. Let's keep on going. Verse 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Rooted up. You know what he mean by rooted up? That mean he gonna snatch that tail up. You got to go. I mean, you going to that pit. Whew. I don't want to go to that pit. Ain't nothing but hot lava, fire, and brimstone. Don't want none of that issue. We're gonna keep going. Verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. You know that ditch. He talked about that ditch a few times in the Old Testament about the blind falling off in that ditch and everything. So you don't want to be led by no blind person, especially if they supposed to be in the truth in this word. Please don't let them do that to you. Father got something for them too. We'll get to that later on in the lesson. But let's carry on. Verse 15. Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Jesus said, are ye also yet without understanding? See, he kept telling them, y'all don't have understanding how to show y'all this one. That's back in Mark 7 he was showing them. Okay, let's keep going. They just did not understand what he was saying about what defile a man. Let's keep going. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever enter in at the mouth go into the belly and is cast out into the dog? But those things which proceeded out of the mouth come forth from the heart, which is the mind, and they defile the man. Them even thoughts, imagination, all that dumb stuff you think about up here, come out your mouth, come out them vocals, come out your mouth, defile you. Okay, let's keep going. Verse 19. For out of the heart proceeded evil thoughts, murder, adultery, fornication, theft, thieves, false witness, blasphemy. Verse 20. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defile not a man. Now you have found out what defile a man and what doesn't defile a man. So that's an understanding that he was trying to get them to see, trying to get them to understand about what defile a man. The evil thoughts, evil things that you have in your head that will defile you. Them images, them sayings, and they come out that mouth and you defile yourself, making yourself look a mess. As you see a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the other little things they do. They out here dressing half naked, wearing all this makeup. Men's out here want to be women, and defiling themselves. Because all them images started in that mind, which is your heart. So they defile themselves. It just is sad. But I want our people to understand that let's not defile one another. Don't defile yourself, don't defile the other person, Keep them evil images and things out your mind if you plan on being with the Father. But it was just a little mini lesson. I'm going to break this all the way down. So this is the first part I'm about to make few more parts that go along with this. So this is just the first part. So Israel, I ain't want to hold you long, but I hope y'all get something out of this message about what defile a man. You know, and it's the first part. Man love the praise of man rather than the praise of the Father and the Son. I hope you got some good information from this lesson from the Father and the Son, that they have blessed me to give me wisdom and understanding to give to y'all about this. And with that said, queens, kings, princesses, prince, sisters, and brothers, I love y'all. I'm out. Shalom.